Once, long ago, in a village nestled among green forests, there lived a young woodmaker. Every evening he would sit by the door of his small wooden house, listening to the wind in the trees and watching their shadows dance across the earth. Sometimes he thought he heard the trees whisper secrets no human tongue could speak. And in his heart grew a longing. He wished to see all the sacred trees of the world and to learn what they knew of life, of courage, of spirits that dwell between roots and leaves. One morning, he left the village, carrying only a satchel of tools, parchment, and his unquenchable curiosity. In the forests of his homeland, he came upon a linden tree, wide-branched and wise. Flickering shadows danced among the leaves, the spirits of the forest. They whispered in dreams and in rustling leaves, guiding him along hidden paths. That night, he dreamed of travelers long gone, learning that humility and respect could open doors that pride would always close. Further on, a mighty oak rose like a sentinel, sacred to warriors of old. Beneath its boughs, he imagined the hearts of those who had sought strength there, some discovering treasures, others facing magical guardians. He felt their courage lingering in the hollow trunk, and he understood that bravery is as much in the heart as in the hand. Far to the north, he came to a colossal tree, whose roots twisted into unseen realms and whose branches pierced the clouds. Ravens flitted between limbs, carrying voices he could almost understand. A serpent gnawed silently at its roots. He climbed carefully and glimpsed worlds beyond worlds, feeling the pulse of life and death woven through every branch. Here he learned that knowledge is vast and sometimes heavy, and that the world holds many secrets not meant for the faint of heart. In Germanic lands, he wandered among ancient oaks and ash trees. One tree revealed a hidden glade to a weary traveler, another whispered counsel to a king. Some trees tested him, roots wrapping gently around his feet as if asking, "Are you humble or proud?" He learned to walk softly, to listen, to respect all who dwell in the forest, even the smallest sapling. In distant valleys he discovered the holder tree, whose branches bent as if to greet him. He knelt beneath it, feeling its protective presence. Legends spoke of those who had sought refuge there with respect, rewarded with wisdom and safety. Here, he learned patience and reverence, and that the forest's protection is given freely to those who honor it. Across oceans, in dense jungles, he found the saber tree, its roots plunging deep into the underworld, and its branches stretching toward the heavens. He saw shamans climbing and descending, learning secrets of life, death, and stars. He felt that the tree itself was alive, a bridge connecting all realms, and he understood the interwoven nature of existence. In the African plains, he marveled at baobabs, whose hollow trunks held water, shelter, and stories. In their rustling leaves, he heard whispers of ancestors and the lessons of survival and harmony. Here he learned that even the oldest life is fragile, and that the living and the dead are bound together through memory and respect. In distant lands, he came upon a tree whose fruits shone like the sun. Legend spoke of immortality and clarity of heart. He listened to the hum of its leaves, feeling a calm patience, a reminder that some knowledge and some gifts must be earned slowly, with care and respect. Finally, he reached a hidden valley where sunlight shimmered like liquid gold. There stood the tree of life, its trunk glowing faintly, its branches endless and its leaves sparkling with every hue of the world. Beneath it, he felt the pulse of all existence, the forests he had walked, the spirits he had glimpsed, the lessons he had learned. He understood that all life was a single web, rooted and branching, and that the wisdom of the world resides in those who listen. After many years, the woodmaker returned to his village, an old man now. Each evening he sat by his wooden house, watching the familiar trees sway in the wind. And one morning, he vanished. Some say he wandered into the forest to join the trees he had loved so dearly. Others whisper that overnight, a single massive tree grew beside his house, taller and more beautiful than any the village had ever seen. Its trunk glimmered faintly, Its branches rustled like voices, and its leaves seemed to hum with the magic of all the sacred trees he had visited. No one knows for certain what became of the woodmaker, but the villagers tell their children, the trees in that landscape are alive, they breathe, they speak, and they remember. And sometimes, when the wind moves just right, one can hear the laughter of the woodmaker in the rustling of the leaves, still wandering, still learning, still part of the sacred world he so dearly loved.